Hi everyone, Gareth Presch, founder of the World Health Innovation Summit. We are just coming to the last few days of COP, and I'm with Victoria Thompson, founder and CEO of Orora. Victoria, your thoughts of COP28, what do you think? Have we achieved what we set out to do?
I think we have, and I think what's been really powerful about COP this year is it's all about a call to action. It's all about now practical solutions, taking things forward and putting things onto the ground that really makes a deliver for people. And I think the thing that I've taken away most from our conversations that we've had in the Women's Pavilion with the Great Green Wall of Africa Foundation has been about seeing climate change as a public health issue and having that narrative attached, because then I think we'll get the emphasis and the development that we really need. There's been lots of talk about pledges and climate finance, the need for resilience, and now it's all about enabling that to deliver on public health mandate and issues so we get a better health outcome for all.
So that's what's really been encouraging for me, is the fact that we've been able to make the link between climate and health. Even this morning, I was at the Peace. There was a Peace initiative launched this morning, and we were talking about the importance of health and well-being. That obviously links into peace and security. But just tell us, because we had a session on digital health in Africa, and you have your company Orora is actually changing the face of banking. Can you just explain to those who are listening in, what your solution is and what's the opportunity?
I mean, we saw through the global pandemic with COVID-19, access to cash is critical. So using the power of financial services technology to enable that through digital wallets, and then connecting that to donors who care, making sure that that donation money flows to where it needs to, and being able to tell that story through the wallets. And then now what we've created with our Aurora Resilience Bonds concept is then creating that liquidity to enable that cash to flow and mitigate the impact of climate change. So if you're thinking about fires, floods, you're thinking about earthquakes or the horrible natural disasters, or even, let's say, worse, another pandemic, that money can be there working to invest in the mitigation of that, enabling entrepreneurs that are coming up with the innovations of the future to have access to that patient capital to realize those ideas. And when the worst happens, using the technology of smart digital contracts and assets that work in the market for public good and a program to do that, we can make sure that that money really gets to the people who need it. And we've had so many conversations at COP, whether it's with United Nations agencies, governments, cities, financial services in the climate finance zone, speaking all about how this new wave of technology at that nexus of fintech and future public health and innovation can come together. And I think the message of action and unification from COP is really taking hold, and that's what's really powerful.
Yeah, it's been very exciting to actually find out about this new technology, but also what's been interesting to me is how you link it to the health sector, which is fascinating. And just final thoughts, just as a wrap up from your perspective, COP29, we haven't found out yet where it's staged. But are you very optimistic on our future? Do you think we can actually deliver? A lot of people here will probably listen in be slightly skeptical. But do you think we can actually deliver?
Yeah, I think we are there now. We are at a point where we get this capital flow in, the things that we've got, the technology that we've developed, it can really make a difference. And we can really start to see the change that we all want to happen. And also what's really powerful with the engagement of youth and youth entrepreneurs coming into COP28, there is now a real pathway for that future to actually make the change that we want to happen. And that, for me, gives me a great hope for COP28, for those people to be on stage talking about their projects and programs that are really making the difference. Instead of it being a call to action, it's actually what are we doing, where are we going, and how are we seeing the change.
Okay, fantastic. Look, from COP28, this is sort of a summary session here that we've had with Victoria. We've had a great 2 weeks here. I've been here for 2 weeks now. It's been fantastic. It's a little bit draining, a little bit tiring. The people I've met, the collaborations that we've been able to establish here through the Great Green Wall of Africa, through Eco Green Capital, all these different entities that have come together to try and establish, shall we say, new models of healthcare, create new economies, and also then to scale those ideas. It's actually quite encouraging. So from myself, this is almost a little final sign off. And myself and Victoria, you can get us at www.orora.world and www.wis.world. So from COP28, thanks for joining us on this journey, and this is our final thought. So we'll close it out. Thanks very much. Thanks everyone. Bye bye.